My name is Mathias de Bakker. I'm a business engineering student, and 2 years ago I went to Lund in Sweden. It's in the south of Sweden, and I really enjoyed it. I really was interested by the Scandinavian cultures, but I still wanted not like the really cold temperatures, and I still wanted some sunshine. So that's why I chose Lund, which is in the very south of Sweden and close to Copenhagen. I took like a beginner's course in Swedish, so I could like speak some words, but I only had like real contact with internationals. So further than like some basic questions in the supermarket, I didn't get. The courses in Lund were much easier. It's actually like totally different. There's a lot of interaction. It's really small groups, and the teacher is like one of you, and it's very informal. But like you don't have to study that much as in Belgium, and like the tests are quite easy. The teachers were a lot closer to us. Like for instance, someone just like raised his hand and said, "Hey, can you please go back? I didn't finish writing my sentence," or something like that. And like for us, doing that for a professor would be like unimaginable. There were a lot of group works and assignments, and for like some courses there wasn't like a real exam, but you just had to like write a paper, in which you like, for example, got like a week to like write a paper as your exam. So it was a lot of open book things, and the focus was on like understanding and having your own opinion about the course, rather than really like learning by heart. Finding accommodation was actually really hard. And I think in the end it was my mom who finally came upon a website which there had some like free spots left, and it was quite far away from the city center. So if you're going to Lund, I would really advise you to like look in advance for your accommodation. I stayed in a dormitory, like a really big residence with a lot of international students. And in the end it was really fun, but it was hard to find. I think the best thing about the experience was like the contact with all the international students. You really just like start over again, and it's so easy to make friends. And it's very interesting to like talk with people from all over the world and learn from their habits and things to do. And in Belgium, you just have like friends from your own neighborhood, your own, all the friends are a bit the same. And there it was so easy to just like so many different friends. Maybe the worst thing about the experience was that the prices were quite high for alcohol. You could go to like Denmark, and then there it's very cheap to buy alcohol. But in the beginning, I wasn't even 20 years old when I went there, and I couldn't even buy alcohol because it's sold in like the state-owned shops, and you have to be 20 to buy alcohol there. So that was like quite a surprise for me in the beginning. I would describe my exchange in 3 words as coziness, friends, and adventure or sports. I think coziness because especially when winter is coming and it's close to Christmas, I mean everything is so cozy and everything is so warm, so I really liked it, and especially with like the international students, there was a very cozy interaction. Then I chose friends because I made a lot of friends, and it's just the social contact that really makes the exchange. And then an adventure or sports because I went for a run and played football and all the regular sports, but I also like went ice hockeying, I went canoeing and all that kind of sports that I wouldn't do here in Belgium. I wish I had knew before more about like the situation there. Like I didn't know much about the accommodation. I didn't know much about the different options for like playing sports and so on. And in the beginning, it's really handy if you know like get some advice from a student who've already been there, who tells you like maybe it's interesting to do this and to that, because in the beginning it's a bit searching, of course, but the support from Lund University was quite good, so in the end it was quite good. the thing that makes your life in Lund the easiest is just like renting a bike. In Lund, everybody takes their bike. The bike lanes are really advanced and safe. And if you don't have a bike, you won't survive in Lund. So I would definitely rent a bike as soon as possible. You shouldn't forget to pack your swimming pants. You maybe think I'm going to Sweden and I'm taking my big coat and my gloves and so on. But especially in the beginning, in August and September, the weather was really nice. And we often went for a swim at the beaches very close to Lund and to different lakes. So it's warm in the beginning and a bit cold in the end. I would advise you to go to Lund in Sweden if you want to experience the Scandinavian culture, but still are very close to big cities. Like Copenhagen is only 40 minutes train ride away. And if you want to like still have some reasonable temperatures and have a lot of sunlight, then I would really advise you to go to Lund.